Welcome back to Open Air Outdoors. Today we're going to do the ultimate backcountry fish fry. So today I'm going to share with you some tips, some tricks, and some of my personal secrets on how to achieve the perfect backcountry fish fry. But first we have to hit the water. We're already on the water, but we have to get something worthy of throwing in the frying pan. So let's get out here. I'm almost at my destination where I want to target, and we'll see if we can catch a fish, at least one fish, so that we can do a little short lunch. Stick with me, let's go do this. Not the prize fish I'm looking for. Not to my liking. Oh, perfect. Another pike. And he got it. Alright everybody. After some hard fishing and a few miss, let's go get started on that fish fry. What a view off this rock. I'm elevated about 10 feet off the water. Beautiful view overlooking this lake. And first thing is I have to get a fire going. And I took out a few things I'm going to need. So we're going to need our frying pan. And in here I have a bag full of the essential goodies that we need to do a backcountry fish fry. Let's go over those just quickly. I have some cooking oil. I believe this is canola that I'm using today. You will need any kind of vegetable oil, and also lard. Lard is excellent for fish fries. You can buy it in a brick, same as a pound of butter. And if you like to do something a little bit different, try lard. And also I have some mix. Today I have beer batter. I'm not going to make an English style beer batter fish fry. This is just a dry mix, and you don't have to use it that way with this here. I'm going to show you. We're going to bag it. We're going to dust of fish with this mix. This is very popular for the outdoors because it's so easy. There's no mixing involved, nothing. But we'll get into that later. First thing, let me get busy cutting some firewood and get a fire started. So today I thought I'd do a fish fry video because I do a lot of fish fries, and some people are not sure how to go about doing it. I see a lot of videos, individuals are out paddling around or they're hiking, what have you, and a fish fry happens, and quite honestly I see some big mistakes. It's not hard to throw a piece of fish in a frying pan, burn it to a crisp, eat it, and make yourself think that it tastes awesome. I see some some things that could be done very easy, very simple little tricks and tips that for you, so that you will have the enjoyable fish fry that you deserve. I got the fire going. I'm standing away from it because it's 30+ degree heat today, so if you have a stove, use a stove if you will. I'm going to use a fire because it's more difficult, and I'm going to show you how to do it on a more primitive, shall we say, kind of setting. So over a campfire we're going to go. Now the fish itself, I'm going to throw it in a bag. I'm going to put the camera down when the time comes, and we're going to batter up the fish with the seasoning mix that I showed earlier. Now your fish should not be dripping wet. It should be just damp. If it's too wet and you throw it in the bag with the mix will clump up on the fish. And you don't want big clumpy chunks on there. You want just an even coating, okay? I'm going to do that next, and once I get some coals, I don't want to cook on actual flames. I prefer to cook on coals, but we'll see how that works out. As we get closer into the fish fry, I'm going to go step by step and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing at the time that I'm doing it. So let's get this fish battered up. You could put a fish directly on a plate and sprinkle it on. That works no problem. But this method works quite well. We'll bag it, and I'm going to put in one fillet in here at a time. And simply slosh it around. Like so. We're going to shake off the excess. Don't want it too much on there. You just want a light coating, just like that. The fish feels dry with a light coating. If your mix becomes completely wet, it's because your fillet was too wet when you put it in the bag. This is what you're looking for. Nice and dry. So while we wait and I get myself organized here, let's talk about the temperature. It's really hot out here. But what about the temperature of the fish fry? Your fish fry should be somewhere in the optimal temperature of 350 to 375. Any colder than that, your fish will cook, but the oil tends to saturate your meat and you'll have that oily, greasy taste out of your fillet. But how do you determine your temperature on an open campfire? I'm going to show you two methods that will help you determine when your oil is at the right temperature to put your fish in. Now this may seem insignificant, but the amount of oil you put in your pan makes a difference. You want sufficient oil. At the very least, you want half the thickness of your fillet in depth of oil in your pan. Now for the temperature, this is what you need right here. Popcorn. A few kernels of popcorn in your pan. And once that popcorn pops, your oil is at the right temperature. That is one method. I'll show you another one momentarily. The other method, you can test your oil for its temperature. Simply dip the edge of your fish into the oil lightly. If you don't have an immediate reaction of boiling, it's not hot enough. Let's try it again. You see it's starting to react, but it's not quite fast enough or intense enough yet. It's time. You'll notice my fish is curling up. That's what you get when your fish is fresh. And of course, well, it doesn't get fresher than something that was caught approximately 2 hours ago. Now you'll notice my edges are nice and brown. At this point I should be ready for a flip. While the next batch is frying up, I'd just like to mention that I've seen some individuals on YouTube where they take their fish and they take the mix and they sprinkle it on the fish in the frying pan. I would advise not to use that method. All you're doing is introducing a massive amount of fish crisp or fish batter, however you want to call it, into your oil. Ultimately, that fish batter will burn in the oil and that burnt flavor will transfer onto your beautiful fillet. You don't want that. Coat properly on a moist piece of fish before you introduce it to the oil. I've been doing this for years. What I do is I put my fish on a bed of boughs and I let the oil drip away. When you don't have paper towels, this works excellent. The boughs don't sop up the oil like paper towel do. Instead, what it does is that it keeps the fish elevated off the plate and the oil drains away. Instead of having your fish fillet laying in drippings of oil, bathing itself in there. You want to wait 5 minutes, give it a chance to just drip away and to dry off, and then you'll be ready to eat. Now you still need to determine whether or not this fish is cooked. A nice golden brown is what you're looking for, but the true test is by opening up the fish fillet, and the flakes should literally fall apart. Separate, no problem. and the inside of your fish should be pure white. No translucence of any kind. If it's pure white and the flakes separate easily, it's cooked. If you like extra crispy, leave it in the pan a little bit longer. It is really hot out here. Everyone that don't have a habit of making a fish fry in these kinds of conditions, these high heat conditions. But I wanted to do this for you today because I see too many people out in the backcountry are trying to make fish fries and they're going about it the wrong way. I hope I help you all here today. But there's only one thing left to do here. One more. Folks, I tell you, that is a fish fry. Wow. That right there is a step-by-step process to the ultimate backcountry fish fry. I hope yours is as enjoyable as mine is right now. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Open Air Outdoors. I'll see you on the next one.